Hey you guys, this is Alex at 675-309, and today I'm going to talk, well, not really talk, more rant, about an issue that's been bugging me lately. Console bias. Now, I'm going to be mostly talking about Nintendo, but this does apply to other systems as well. But right now, let's go with Nintendo, just for the time being. Alright, so the Wii U has been out for about 2 months now. And, you know, it's doing fairly well for a system's first 2 months. Now, I've noticed that already we're seeing some third-party developers saying, Metal Gear Rising is not going to be coming to Wii U. Tomb Raider is not going to be coming to Wii U. And what is their reasoning? Well, Konami says they don't want it designed for the gamepad. Then don't design for the gamepad. You have, it's okay, see, we wanted to make it for the 360 controller. Then make it for the Wii U Gamepad Pro. Well, you know, the Wii U Controller Pro, because that is pretty much an exact copy of the 360 controller. How many controllers does this system need? Seriously. Then for, like, Tomb Raider, they said, well, we wanted to create a, individual, you know, perfect experience for the Wii U, so we're not going to release it. Yeah, like, that makes sense. See, I can understand, okay, we want to make a good experience on the Wii U, you know, so we want to dedicate it. Why don't you just make it, then? Instead of saying, oh, well, we're not going to release it. We're not altogether going to release it. Why don't you make it so you can access your inventory via the Wii U gamepad? Why not make it so you can see a map? All we want is just the game. Like, seriously. Then, of course, you have, I've even noticed some bias in reviewing sites and other companies, because it's like, okay, so we have, I've seen so many articles saying the Wii U is doing terrible compared to the 360 and PS3. You know, it only sold 600,000 units during its first month, when the 360 sold 2 million during the Christmas sales. Like, no, duh. You would have to be stupid in order to think that. It's like, okay, so you say this, but then you leave out another piece of information. The Wii U outsold the 360 and PS3 launch for their first month. So technically, isn't the Wii U doing better than the 360 and PS3? Not to mention comparing holiday sales to systems that have already been out for how many years? I mean, look at that. Okay, we had a store in our area selling Xbox 360s for $150. Would you get a $350 system or a $150 system? Well, I would definitely get the $150 system just for the price. Then, of course, you have the people that are like, you know, if they want to do this, they're going to have to dumb down the graphics and all that. And you know, it's gonna look terrible, and you know, it's gonna look totally bad. Okay, so let me get this straight. A system that has the graphical abilities above the PlayStation 3 is gonna have to have dumbed down graphics to be ported. A system that has Ninja Gaiden 3, which looks better on the Wii U than the 360 and PS3, and still runs at 60 frames per second, is going to have dumbed down graphics for a port. You know what? These people are the smartest people on the planet. I'm telling you, their logic, I think they should be, like, professors of something, because you know what? They are 100% perfect for something like that. Actually, never mind, they should be politicians, because they know nothing about anything, just like everyone in Congress. Woo. My little rant on the government for today. And it's just, for me, that gets so annoying, because I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, I actually own the system. Have you even played the system? I own it. I've played it. I like it. You know what? There is nothing wrong with this system. There isn't. You know what? The hard drive space could be a little bit bigger, yes. But of course, you can always expand it with SD cards and more. So you know what? Like for instance, if everyone's freaking out about like, oh my gosh, if someone like Bethesda released Elder Scrolls on here and they released 3 DLC packs, you know, they're not gonna put it on the Wii U because there's no hard drive space. SD card. I can get a 32 gig for $20. It's not that expensive. And you know what? Just save it to the SD card. Save it to an external hard drive. Why not? These people are just so closed-minded and stupid that they're just like, I hate it. And then I hate the people who are like, oh, for the next, like, for example, Monolith's new project. They're like, okay, this game looks pretty good from the trailer, but as it's on Wii U, I'm never going to play it. Not because they are not having the money to buy the system, it's just they refuse to buy it because it's the Wii U. I'm like, seriously? Why? This makes no sense. And it's just like you say, oh my gosh, you know, Nintendo rarely sells mature rated games on the system. Well, guess what? Nintendo was the first one to release mature rated games in Australia. Yeah. Sony and Microsoft never did that. Your mature rated companies. Yeah, they never did that. So, you think that this other company, just because, you know, they focus their first parties on family-friendly games, are not going to be able to release third-party titles that are rated mature. And you know what the sad thing is? I think the third parties believe it. That's the sad thing about it. And the console bias isn't just with Nintendo. It's with all the consoles, and even some on PC. Like, we have, the PS3 right now is experiencing it big time. Bethesda has released the Xbox 360 DLC before the PC and PS3 by a month. Now, on February 5th, we're finally getting Dragonborn for PC. And PS3 hasn't even gotten Dawnguard. And they ask, okay, when is it coming out? Soon. We don't know exact dates. It's already made. You're just withholding it. Now that is extreme console bias. And I'm like, okay, how much is Microsoft paying you to forget about half of your fan base? Seriously. And you know what? I'm just gonna put this out there. If people want, like, for instance, they're saying, like, oh my gosh, the Wii U is terrible and all that, and they were like, oh my gosh, you know, it's not powerful. Why are you playing on consoles if you care about power? I'm playing on consoles for the first-party games and the experience that you can't experience on PC. If you want power, go to PC. That's the only place you're going to actually get an overpowered system. Because you can build it yourself. You can include whatever you want. You can make it as powerful as you need it to be. So you know what? Quit console gaming. Sell your PS3 and start playing on a PC. Because you know what? You're not going to get anywhere on a console. You're just going to go and look like a big Sony fanboy. And I mean, it's so... Oh, it just bugs me so much when people do these kinds of things. And they're not doing anything but making themselves look stupid. Now, another thing that I don't like about these kind of people is just they don't understand where we're coming from. They just don't. I pulled up an article a while back, and let's see. This one guy was arguing with these fans because they're like, why would they waste time making a game? They would have to dumb down the graphics, and so you can see your inventory without pausing. Sounds like a good idea to me. The sad thing is, they could actually upgrade the graphics of whatever game this is, because it's stronger than the PS3. It doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, here's the one that I was talking about like the digital add-ons. What do you expect when you release a system that has basically no hard drive? This is terrible for patches and DLC. Any company that plans to release big digital add-ons of their games are going to avoid the Wii U like the plague. You could add, as I said, you could extend stuff like that. And it's just, it kind of stinks. And you know what? It's like this other guy who's commenting, trying to rebuttal what that guy said. He comes up with a reason for why this game, for why Tomb Raider is not going to be released on the Wii U. Basically, they didn't want to spend more money on the soon-to-be a reboot flop of this new Tomb Raider. It's just, I don't understand why people just don't look at it like, okay, stop being biased. Now, of course, you have people on Nintendo's side that are being extremely biased as well, but I'm trying to stay in the middle, and it's really hard to sound like I'm staying in the middle when all these people are going bad. Oh, here's another one. You can't change the reality that the Wii U isn't performing well and the numerous third-party developers don't have any plans on making games for it. Okay. I know that it's not Nintendo's fault, or it's not any reviewing companies or, news companies' fault to it. But the issue is the third parties in reality. But to say that the Wii U isn't performing well, it's just not right. I'm literally just going through comments, trying to find different things, and it's just, I don't understand why, it's just so stupid. Alright, I have to end this because I'm just going to continue going on and on and on. I just do want to say one thing right now. I know I made it sound like a little bit earlier, but I despise these people. If you guys play PC, please do not try to be like, okay, PC gamers are up here, and then console gamers are way down there. Console gamers do not even deserve to lick the dirt off my shoe. Please don't be like that. I understand there's two different reasons. It's like there's reasons for playing console, then there's reasons for playing PC. That's why I have both. It's just I hate when people do this, and I know I may have made it sound like that a little bit earlier, but I don't mean to. I'm not sure how you guys would react to this video, but if you guys have anything to say about this, please just leave it inside the comments. If you have any ideas, anything that could be added to this video that you've seen, like any console bias for 360, anything like that, because I haven't really paid attention to it. If there's anything like that, or if you guys just want to talk about a certain experience you've had with fans, with fanboys, that's fine too. And then of course, if you guys like the video, please like and subscribe. I also have a Facebook page set up. It'll be inside the description. And I also do have a Twitter page set up, so if you do want to talk a little bit more, you can always follow me. And yeah. So, this has been Solix867539. I'll see you guys later.